Hello. The weather is again calming down briefly out there for many parts of the UK, but there is more potentially severe weather on the way. Storm Dennis arrives this weekend and we're particularly concerned about rainfall. There are amber weather warnings in force and many yellow weather warnings in force for both the wind and the rain. More on that in a moment. The rest of today, as I said, the weather is calming down, generally turning a bit drier out there with some sunshine to be had, particularly across parts of the west. Further west, out in the Atlantic, there is a huge swirl of cloud. This is a deep area of low pressure, but that is not Storm Dennis. It will, however, bring many of us some wet weather on Friday. Ahead of that, this swirl of cloud has been providing the heavy downpours through Thursday morning. But as I mentioned, it is all kind of calming down out there. Still some wet weather to come across eastern Scotland, still a bit of snow on the hills, and still some heavy showers over parts of eastern England. But further south and further west, largely dry through the rest of today with a bit of sunshine here and there. It still feels pretty chilly though, particularly with the blanket of cloud and the winds coming in from the North Sea on parts of the east coast, just 4 or 5 at best here. Further south, 9 or 10, but still a brisk wind blowing. Perhaps not quite as cold that wind as it was earlier in the week. Through this evening, still a few showers dotted around, but for many it's dry. Clear skies across Scotland will allow a frost to form pretty sharply. Some cloud will spill in, but nevertheless it is going to be a cold night as the winds finally fall light. Temperatures will tumble. Pockets of frost across England and Wales in rural areas. These are the temperatures in towns and cities, but across Scotland there will be a frost, and where there's snow lying on the ground, well, for a time across parts of the north we could see temperatures down to -10 or -12. Temperatures will start to rise later in the night across Northern Ireland and Western Scotland as the winds pick up and that next area of wet weather starts to arrive. That will turn things pretty soggy pretty quickly on the west coast of Scotland and Northern Ireland on Friday morning. That band of rain will then march into Scotland. Some of that likely to be pretty heavy, particularly across southern Scotland. So that is one area we're concerned about. There could be some potentially local flooding there. That band of rain then swings across England and Wales, but doesn't reach eastern areas until quite late in the day. The winds will be picking up. Again, another windy day, but bringing relatively mild air, so temperatures likely to reach double figures. And then it turns brighter behind that band of rain across Scotland and Northern Ireland, with sunshine and showers. That band of rain will continue to slowly track its way towards eastern England and across parts of the south during Friday evening's rush hour. So some soggy conditions here for Friday evening's getaway. That weather front, though, is on its way out. But if we take a look at the bigger picture, yes, that weather front is clearing away. But here then comes Storm Dennis, a developing area of low pressure, really intensifying. Again, the isobars really pinching together, but crucially with Dennis, as it tracks a bit further north, it will draw in some warmer air across parts of the south. And because the air's a bit warmer, it's able to hold more moisture, and that is why we're concerned about rainfall through the course of the weekend. Heavy rain, flooding is likely, and the wet weather and the potential flooding more widespread compared to Storm Ciara from last weekend. Yes, it will still be windy, but the winds at this stage are not expected to be as strong, but they could still cause some problems because trees and structures may have been weakened by what has been a very, very windy week. There are a number of weather warnings in force. Please make sure you keep up to date with the very latest on those weather warnings. Best way to do that, download our app, visit our website, or of course, follow us for the very latest updates on social media.